Hello, employees of McCulley Allergy. It's that time of the year again. Open enrollment. I have everything set up in Employee Navigator. You can access it as soon as you get the email, which by the time you're watching this video, you will have already received it because that's how you get to this video. Also, just a special thing I'm doing this year. Everyone who gets their enrollment completed by Friday is going to be entered into a drawing to win this fun little Aflac duck that I have. It's bigger than the small one that I've been giving out. And he also quacks. So be sure to hop in there and get your elections chosen as quickly as possible. I'm going to take you through a few things real quick. Everybody should have received the email, like I said already. That's how you got to this video. And it has important information on it. If it's your first time using Employee Navigator, if you're brand new, a new hire, you would register here. Those of you that have been there or I've already registered you, I'm sorry, I already took care of your enrollment in the past. If you haven't registered, that's what you'll do. Otherwise, if you've registered, you'll go back here and click on this login link. And of course, this is the video you're now watching. This is my phone number and my email address if I can help you out in any way. But basically, once you get logged in, um, it's going to take you to this screen. And there's some important information on this screen, including summary of benefits coverage. There are no changes in the plan, significant changes in the plans. So you'll just go straight here to the start button and hit start. I got to go a different way, but once you hit start, you will come to this first page, which is your personal information page. Just look over it, make sure everything looks correct, especially that you have a phone number entered, um, and email addresses and so forth, and all that's correct. And then you just hit the save and continue button. Make sure your address is correct. If not, hit the edit button and update it. And then your dependents, make sure you have the right dependent information in. You can add dependents here. You will need birth date and social security number to add a dependent. Sorry. And then you come to the medical page, and this is where you start your enrollment. What I like for you to look at and pay attention to is this box right here. Your current selections will show up right here. So in this test employee last year, I enrolled him in this PPO Premier plan, and it shows the pay that I'm paying, the deduction amount I'm doing right now. If I want to enroll in that same plan, it's right here. You can see there's a little bit of a price increase, which of course we expect that every year as everyone grows older. Rates are based on our age. If you need information or more details on it, you'll click here. If you want to add a spouse or child, you'll click here, which changes the rates. These rates are biweekly. But if you want to just stay in the same plan, here's the other option, the health savings account plan. It's a little bit cheaper, but make sure you're familiar with the benefits and how they work. But you just hit the plan that you want and hit save and continue. The next plan is the vision plan. Again, you look right here and see what you currently have. If you're not making any changes, then you'll just go with that same thing. Just as a reminder, if you are enrolling in a medical plan through McCulley Allergy, you're going to stay with this one up here, okay? If you're not using medical, if you have medical from somewhere else, but you want vision, then you'll select this one down here. And I have me and my spouse on here, which is what I had last year, I believe. Yep. And let's just say I want to add my child this time. And then I hit select. So now I have family coverage. Our dental insurance has not changed. It still stays, it's still with the Delta Dental. So I'm going to keep my dental. So I'm just going to hit that. And this is a benefit that is at no cost to you, long-term disability. See, there's no cost. It tells you how much you would get if you were unable to work. It does have an elimination period of 90 days. So the first 3 months you're on your own before this kicks in. And then this is the life insurance based on your salary, a percentage of your salary up to 50,000. Again, it's free. There's no cost. So it's just an informational screen. Here's where you would update your beneficiary information if you need to make any changes there. and the accidental death and dismemberment also provided by your employer, and the beneficiary information for accidental death. And that brings you into the voluntary life, which is where if you would like to buy up an additional life insurance, this is where you can do that. Your guaranteed issue amount is 50,000. If you didn't choose that full amount, let's say you chose a lesser amount, you can still increase up to 50,000, no questions asked. If you want to go up above and beyond that, you can request it, but you can see it won't necessarily be approved right away. You're asking for an additional 40,000. There would be what's called an evidence of insurability form that would get emailed to you. You would have to answer those questions, and then the insurance provider, Unum, would make a decision and let us know if you're approved or not. And I'm just going to keep mine the same again. My beneficiaries for my voluntary life and accidental death as well. Another option. It's pretty cheap. And my beneficiaries for accidental death. Then last, that brings us down to our Aflac products. I'm going to look at this screen over here just to give you a quick summary. Um, Folks, Aflac made a huge change with their accident policy. I've been working with Aflac since 2012, and there's been very little changes. But this accident policy they came out with this year is super strong. It has building benefits, so the longer you keep the policy, the higher some of those benefits pay out, like hospitalization and so forth. Um, the wellness benefit on it has been increased to $100. It was 60 forever. About 2 years ago, on the current policy, they bumped it to 90. On this new policy, it's $100 for doing just something wellness preventative every year. So I strongly encourage you to take a look at that and maybe even upgrading it if you're interested. Um, I mentioned this last year, but Aflac also made some enhancements to their cancer plans with higher payouts for diagnosis and treatments. So if you want any information on that, it's all available to you in Navigator. Another big upgrade that was done this past year, the critical illness policy has also been largely unchanged for many, many, many years. It's still got the same benefits on it. However, the initial diagnosis benefit for like a heart attack or stroke or one of those other 8 critical health events just quadrupled from 5,000 to 20,000. So folks who have a history of heart disease in their family, high blood pressure, diabetes, that kind of stuff, that might be something you might want to look at picking up this year. Yeah, if you already have it, just know that the enhancement was already applied to your policy. So your benefit is now 20,000 instead of 5,000. Of course, hospital policies available for anything that puts you in the hospital. And then the last thing I wanted to mention earlier, I told you about the long-term disability that the company provides at no charge, but it doesn't start until after 90 days. You may want to look into the short-term disability with Aflac, which can start as quickly as a week. You can also pick 2 weeks, but this would be a 3-month policy is what you'd want to select, not 6-month. And as soon as this ends, if you were out for 3 months, then the long-term disability would then pick up. All right, so once you make your decisions on all these different products, um, then you go to the very last page, which is the enrollment summary. I'm just going to scroll down. It's going to say my enrollment's not complete because I have not made decisions on these that are yellow, so I need to go back and do that. But once I do, it will give me a total per pay period of my benefits. Guys, don't forget about this little pop-out thing over here on the right. I'm going to show it to you one more time. This has some important documents. It also has this link to my calendar schedule. So between now and Friday, you would like to talk to me and set an appointment, you can do that from right here. Let's say tomorrow you want to look and see when I'm available. All these times I hear 30-minute appointments, I'm available. And you would just click on it and put in your information. I will call you at the appointed time. So don't forget that that option's there. Or like I said, you can just text me or email me if it's something quick, or I can call you back. Well, that's basically it again for this year. Not too many changes other than some enhancements on the Aflac benefits that are available to you. I'm here. Please reach out if you need anything, and have a great day. Bye-bye.